Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Vlados Kavikas. I'm a marketing director with RealtyProx and National Closing Center. And once again, welcome to our webinar. Just a reminder, we have 3 types of webinars. And I know we send this invite to a few different lists. So just to make sure you guys know what you're getting into, today is RealtyProx 101 webinar. So that is if you are new to RealtyProx, if you have recently registered, or if you're just shopping around looking what our company can do for you, this is the right place to be. Expect about 30 minutes to spend with me today, and at the end of the webinar you'll be able to ask questions if you have any. For now, please hold your questions. However, you can type them in your questions panel on the right-hand side. You should see GoToMeeting control box, control panel, so you can enter your questions anytime. I'll be taking them at the end of this webinar in about 29 minutes from now. So once again, today is a RealtyProx 101 webinar. It's an overview of RealtyProx and National Closing Center, and what we're doing in this real estate space, and how we can help you with your business goals. So let's get started. What you can see right now on your screen is RealtyProx.com. This is our main website. This is where everything starts. If you haven't created your account yet, this is the easiest way to do, is just to sign up as a real estate agent. I am not going to go through the entire process because it's pretty self-explanatory. If you do, however, have any technical questions as to how to operate the platform, how does it work, any certain features, it has a lot of features, I encourage you to sign up for another webinar which happens every Thursday. And in fact, let me just go ahead to our webinars and trainings, because I intended to give you a tour of the platform anyway today. More of like a website, not just a platform. So here you go. If you go to webinars, this is all we have going on. Today you are at RealtyProx 101. We also have Marketing Tuesdays with Lee Hanish every other week. So I highly recommend, if you haven't been on one of Lee's webinars, attend one, because what Lee Hanish teaches is all marketing and how to get new listings, especially short sale listings. But right now, with market changing, his techniques have been applied very successfully and very well for any other listings, expireds, so-called traditional listings. So again, these are free tips. Lee Hanish is very passionate about what he teaches. He gives out his email address, so you can contact him after the webinar. So again, his listing system is called Marketing Monster listing system, and Lee is our guest every second Tuesday. So if today we're having this webinar, next Tuesday in a week we're having Lee. And finally, we have RealtyProx platform training. So again, as I said previously, for those of you who are looking to learn how to use the platform, how to actually utilize it, which button to press, which page to go, what kind of functions does the platform offer, your webinar is on Thursday, and this is step-by-step training from initiation to closing, and it's conducted by our senior processor, Esther Wilson. So she will guide you through the platform. So that's what we have on our webinars. And again, back to homepage. This is where everything starts. You can read about us. We also have videos. And again, it could seem a little bit redundant in a sense, but I found that it's important to give a little tour of the website itself, because we're all busy, and folks just get on the website and don't really leave the homepage, and we have other resources available. So I found it useful to just give a quick tour of the website itself, what you can find on our website. So again, we have video section, And this is obviously our intro video, so you can kind of get an idea of what RealtyProx is, what it does. It's cool and animated and stuff. And on the right-hand side, we have all these categories. We have some videos from events. We have how-to videos. So pretty much every aspect of the platform, and it's not that many, but these videos cover every major aspect of the platform. So if you have a question, specific question, how to add and manage users as a listing agent in RealtyProx, you have ability to add other users by permission level and participate in a short sale transaction accordingly to their permissions. So there's a video that we recorded, so you can easily learn how to do that without even attending any webinars. You can watch this anytime when it's convenient for you. How to convert leads into listings, how to initiate a short sale in a request processor. So as I said, pretty much every major aspect of the platform, we have a brief video about it, how to set up your account. And again, you can pause, you can rewind, you can watch only certain parts. That's convenient. It's there. We also have some information about homeowners, for homeowners rather. So again, if you have some homeowners, we have some questions, you can always say that you are affiliated with this company or you are working with this company and they have some information. They can always go watch these videos, and that sort of validates your work too, in terms of your involvement in helping distressed homeowners. And we have overview recorded webinars. Again, we don't record every single webinar. Some of them do repeat, but the ones that are more interesting, so to speak, or different kind, we try to record them. So again, you can always go and listen to some webinar replays, including Lee Hanish's webinars that are always very, very interesting. And as I said, Lee is very passionate, and it's all about marketing. And again, we have our news section, so anything new going on with RealtyProx, anything important or interesting or intriguing going on in the market, you can read about that in our news section as well. All right, so let's go back home, and let me give you a brief intro on RealtyProx National Closing Center, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually open up the platform itself, even though it's not a platform training today. I wanted to show how easy it is to use RealtyProx, and what is the best use of RealtyProx in your everyday business life. So again, for those of you who don't know, RealtyProx is an online transaction management platform. It's completely in the cloud, online, so you can use it on your laptop, on your regular desktop computer, or your tablet, or even your phone. We have users that are consistently using it on their phone, even though it's not an app. And there is a reason why it's not an app. It's too complex. Since it deals with short sale transactions, we help you manage your short sale transactions. It's just too complicated to trust everything for an app. And even though they're so ubiquitous, apps are still, in a sense, in their infancy. So it's really cool to have an app to quickly access your bank account or take some quick pictures and upload, but 100% app to handle short sale transactions is still not feasible. However, the platform is very well optimized, and if you need to check, just quickly check some file status or send a quick message or reminder or something like that, you can definitely do that from your phone, even though RealtyProx is not an app. So essentially, RealtyProx is a platform that allows you to manage your short sale transactions, communicate with other parties, securely transmit documents, and connect with your short sale processors. Again, RealtyProx is a enterprise level software, so it's highly sophisticated and it's free. So again, this is our philosophy. We believe that technology should be free as much as possible to real estate agents. You have your Google, your Gmail, your Facebook free, and this seems to be a trend in general. And for something as everyday, as important as transaction management tools, we believe they should be made free for real estate agents, because there's so many parties that are, for a better lack of term, living off of real estate agents, and real estate agents have to pay for everything, and they're self-employed. So we're trying to keep this free for you to use. So again, there are no gimmicks, there are no free trials, there are no credit card required. You can just sign up and start using it. But what makes RealtyProx unique is that it connects you with National Closing Center. So again, there are multiple platforms and transaction management tools, but most of them are not directly connected to a short sale processing service. So even though you can, and we don't discourage you, you can process your short sales on your own, negotiate your short sales using RealtyProx, and that is free. Again, we don't judge you, we don't push you to use National Closing Center. If you really are in need of quality, high quality short sale processing and transaction management tools, you can definitely do that and go ahead and use RealtyProx and just process all the short sales on your own. However, the biggest advantage of RealtyProx is that it's directly connected with its sister company, National Closing Center. And National Closing Center is a physical processing center located in Oak Brook, Illinois, which is a western suburb of Chicago. And it employs live, living, breathing people who were skilled processors who came to us, most of them 5-6 years ago, from different backgrounds. All of them came from real estate backgrounds, property management, insurance business, again, real estate, and we literally trained them to become successful and really one of the best short sale transaction coordinators and processors in the industry. So National Closing Center is a processing center, physical processing center that works with RealtyProx, and via RealtyProx accepts those short sale requests, short sale processing requests, and picks it up from the real estate agent, communicates with all the parties, coordinates the transaction, orders BPOs, talks to the bank, pushes the bank to close the transaction as soon as possible, keeps up with all the industry news and changes and regulations. So in other words, accordingly, with RealtyProx and National Closing Center together, they make short sale transactions easier for you. That doesn't mean that we want to keep real estate professionals in the dark. The whole process is very transparent, and the whole idea of RealtyProx is to make it as transparent as possible. So if any one of the parties is not doing their job, everybody else will see. The way RealtyProx is set up, that if you're not responding to your messages, if you're not actively participating and doing what you're supposed to do in the transaction, everybody else will know. And so really, including National Closing Center processors, everyone is really sort of forced to do their job. I'm sure people want to do their job, but just in general, this idea of transparency is very, very important for us. So yeah, RealtyProx is a technology company. NCC is a processing center. Together, they help you process your short sales. You're staying fully in control. You're staying in the know as a listing agent. You know what's going on. You know statuses of your files. You know deadlines. You know potential tax liabilities. Everything that you need to know, you do know, but you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. You can just engage in more marketing, help homeowners, hang out with your family, do whatever you're doing, but not actually physically process short sales, send all these faxes and emails and do phone calls and all of that. So this is in a nutshell what RealtyProx and NCC does and what they can do for you. In addition to that, we have some raw data or leads, for lack of better terms. Just to warn you, these are not real leads in the sense that these are not coming from banks, or they're not tested, or nobody has spoken with the homeowner and set up an appointment for you. If you're looking for that kind of service, you need to be on our webinar with Lee Hanish, and he's able to help you with that kind of business help. But what we do have, we have raw data, just like a lot of other technology companies. So if you sign up with RealtyProx, you can actually request these data, which includes late, homeowners that are late and on their payments, on their mortgage payments, and potentially they are good short sale candidates. So you can utilize this data the way you want. You can use marketing systems such as Lee Hanish's system to reach out to these homeowners and solicit their business. And if you succeed, all we're asking in return is to come back on the platform, on the RealtyProx, and hire National Closing Center to close your deals, and that's it. So our leads, our data are free. We don't charge anything for our leads. You can request them at any point, and there's no guarantee we have leads in your area, but if we do, we'll send them to you. You will get a snapshot of that property. You get property owner's name and listing history of that property, sort of like an MLS sheet, and it's yours to keep and work. So again, this is just one of the no obligation type of services that we provide at no cost, and all the fine print and all the liabilities and all the ramifications are in the platform once you sign up. So I'm not gonna go into this today. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to log in to my demo account so you can see a little bit of RealtyProx, although it's not a full-blown training. I'm still want to show you a little bit of the platform and just point out certain things that hopefully will pique your curiosity and have you sign up and actually start utilizing RealtyProx. So this is a demo account. This is not a real account in the terms that it has real files with real people information and social security numbers and stuff like that, but it's an exact copy of a quote-unquote real account. This is what real estate agent's account looks like once you sign up for RealtyProx. So you have an ability to upload your picture, your phone number, your email, and needless to say, your phone number and your email, especially your email, has to be current at all times, because it's a web-based platform. You're communicating with other parties via email or e-fax, which is, by the way, is integrated. So all you have to do is provide your quote-unquote real fax to the platform, and then you can send faxes through the platform, and the recipient will think that you're doing it from your, again, quote-unquote physical real fax, although all faxes would be going through RealtyProx's system. And again, this is one of many, many free services. So you get e-fax that is free. You get email management system that is integrated and free. Again, this is your dashboard. So once you log on, if you have any new messages and all the other messages, you will see them here. If your license is expiring, you will get a reminder. Just again, one of many little features that make your life easier. There's a showing and offer submission system that, again, since it's not a platform training today, just a general introduction, I'm not going to get into this, but you can search properties by MLS and zip code. If you have any assignments and leads, you can view them here. You have some pre-listings. Again, the pre-listing is something, the term that we're using in RealtyProx is that, let's say you have a lead, a piece of raw data, and you're just started working with that homeowner, and they're getting close to listing that short sale, that property with you. So you can label that as a pre-listing. And then again, we have investors that are also members of RealtyProx and also holders of the RealtyProx account. It's just a different type of account. And investors can add your properties in their watch list. So once they sign up, they enter certain criteria. Let's say I'm an investor in Los Angeles. I'm looking to buy properties in zip code 90007. My preferred property price range is $300,000 to $550,000. Some other criteria. And let's say as a real estate agent, you go to RealtyProx and you add this pre-listing. If you, at the moment of adding it, agree to market it, it's going to be a drop down that says market, yes, no. You can always say no. If you say yes, potential investors can see that property before it's listed, before you actually list it, before it goes on MLS. And if it fits the requirements, they will put it in their watch list. And once you actually close that homeowner, once you list that property and change the status on RealtyProx platform, investor has an ability to make an offer right away on this property. So this benefits investors, this benefits your sellers, and it benefits you. So again, this is a little insider thing. Once you get started with RealtyProx, you will experience this particular feature, and hopefully will utilize this fully. Again, if you have listings expiring in 10 days, you will conveniently get a reminder here. If any of the short sale approvals are expiring, you will get that reminder and information here, and it will turn red. So again, these little features are what I said earlier, that it's hard not to do your job. If your approval is expiring, you will know it. The selling agent, if they're connected to the platform, they will know it, and your processor will know it. So everybody will know it. So hopefully someone's going to do something about it. So you can't hide behind this platform. This platform is very transparent and encourages everybody to do their job. You have your standard task management here. Again, some users are using this fully. Other users are not really using. They have different task management tools, and which is fine. But once you get started, you're probably gonna find it useful. And let me go to your short sales, just so you can see what your short sale pipeline is going to look like on RealtyProx. So this is the list. Again, this is very, very straightforward. All the color-coded items are explained in the status legend here. So once you open this up, and once your eyes get used to all these colors and all these different codes, you will instantly know. Once you open up your short sale pipeline, you'll instantly know what's going on with your files. If you have more than 3 or 4 files, you just glance at the pipeline, and you will know which property is approaching an auction date, which property is new, which property is in process, which property is closed or approaching closing, all of that. Let me actually try to open up one of the demo files for you. And yeah, so this is the file. Again, since it's not a real training, just an overview. So just briefly, on the left-hand side, you have all the information about that property, main information. You have your users that you can connect other users, such as selling agent or attorneys, if that's a judicial state. Yeah, property information. You have your showings and feedbacks and mortgage information and things like that. So there's a lot of things squeezed on the left-hand side, but conveniently hidden. So if you don't need to dig into one of those sections here, you can just keep them hidden. But if you need to actually look into one of those, you can open them up, and it opens up more and more and more. So this is your information, all the information on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, this is your document repository. So these are all your documents. All the bank forms are here. All your blank short sale packages are here, and your blank short sale packages are connected to this part of the system on the left-hand side. So if you're looking at the mortgage information, and if it says that the lender is, let's say, is Harris Bank, and I go ahead and change that here. Oops, I need to enter some sort of loan number here, so let me make something up, and let's say this is pre-foreclosure, and save. And again, don't be scared. There's a lot of fields, but not all of them are mandatory in every section. So let's say if we're talking about mortgage details, you need to provide a loan number, foreclosure status, and lender, and that's it, and click Save. So once you do that, this part of the system is connected to blank short sale packages. So once you indicate which bank owns the mortgage or services the mortgage rather, you click on the first mortgage, you will get all the documents that this particular bank requires for a short sale. If I go and change this to, let's say, Chase Bank, and say this is Chase now, it asks me if I want to Chase. I'll change all of that information, and I do. And let me scroll up. And so I have my first mortgage here. And I have all the documents that normally required by Chase, including mortgage authorization. That's automatically generated here by the system. So generally speaking, the process of working with RealtyProx and National Closing Center can be squeezed into 5 easy steps. And I don't know if this part of the demo system is going to be stubborn and malfunction again. It happened to me last time. Again, don't be put off by this. It's not a real quote-unquote system. This is a demo account that sometimes breaks. Yeah, but anyways, there are 5 steps, and this is really all the services of RealtyProx and National Closing Center squeezed into 5 steps. And if you are typical real estate agent doing short sales, this is all you need to know to successfully process short sales with RealtyProx. So these are 5 steps. Step number 1, listing agreement. You need to provide us with listing agreement. And on the right-hand side, there's listing agreement, and you can upload it if you have a PDF. You can send a fax to this particular fax number here, and as long as you use this cover sheet that can be downloaded here, and again, if you attend one of the Esther's webinars on Thursday, she will show you step-by-step how it works. But generally speaking, there are 5 steps, and step 1 is listing agreement. So somehow you need to provide us with listing agreement, and we're giving you multiple options as to how you can do it. You can simply upload it, you can fax it to a certain number with certain cover sheet, and then it will auto-upload into the system. You can email it with the same cover sheet as an attachment, and again, it will auto-upload it into the system. So it's 35, 40 minutes that I have planned today will not cover all these things, but trust me, they're really literally cool things that help in terms of your regular processing work. So we have smart barcodes. That's exactly the process that I just described, that if you use certain fax email cover sheet, you don't even need to do the traditional uploads if you don't want to upload anything. You can just fax things to a certain fax number with certain cover sheet. Forget about it. Everything goes directly into the system. So that's your step 1. Step 2, and of course, as I warned you, my demo account was kind of broken and has not been fixed. So let me try this again, but some of the steps are just not cooperating with me. Let me try a different file here. And again, I apologize for that, but this is just my demo account. Has not been kind to me. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Yeah, my steps are just not wanting to work with me. But anyway, I remember them. Even though you can't see them on the screen right now. So step 1 was listing agreement. Step 2 was your mortgage authorization. So you can find your authorization under blank short sale package. First mortgage, Chase package, and mortgage authorization. So you need to provide us that. Step 3 is, now I said I know all the steps, but now my account has malfunctioned. Step 3, I believe, is bank information. Exactly. Yeah, it's a bank information. So it's a mortgage information right here. So you need to select from a drop-down what kind of bank services or owns the mortgage and click Save. So you need to provide us with that information. Step 4, if you have any other documents, and again, you don't have to provide these documents to us, National Closing Centers processors are actually collecting documents directly from the homeowner with your permission. Again, we have 2 types of real estate agents. Type 1, they want us to do everything, including calling the homeowner and collecting all the documents, which is totally fine with us. The other real estate agents do not want us to contact homeowners, and they want to be a single point of contact, which is, again, fine with us. So just indicate to your processor your preferred way of communications, your preferred way of how this process should flow. And regardless, if you, at this point, if you have any documents that you have obtained from the homeowner, you can, again, upload them to appropriate places and sections in the system. You can fax them to this particular fax number indicated here with a cover sheet, or you can email them to documents@RealtyProx.com, again using that cover sheet that can be downloaded here. Let me actually show you an example. This is what it looks like. It just has a barcode, and every barcode contains coded unique information that connects that particular document batch. So all the documents that you're sending in your fax or you're sending in your email, this fax sheet connects those documents to a particular file. So this way, you don't have to upload them if you don't want to. You just send them to centralized fax or email address, and it auto uploads into the file. So again, you have your listing agreement, you have your mortgage information, you have your authorization, and you have step 4, which is any other documents that you have at this point that are helpful and you have obtained during your listing presentation. You can provide them at this point. If not, skip step 4. You can go to step 5, which is not even a real step in my world. It's just a click of a button. So step 5 is click Request Processor, and then if everything is fine, you will see a green check mark, a message, and you will receive a physical message to your email address saying that your request has been successful, and in 24 hours you're going to be assigned a processor. Once that happens, again, you will receive an email from your processor. They will introduce themselves. You will have their email address. You will have their phone number and fax number. And from that point forward, you will be working with that processor. They will be your point of contact. They will be your resource. You won't have to look for somebody else or in the company or call asking for information. That person is your processor. They should make themselves available. And if they don't, you have escalation department right here. So under users, automatically escalation department is stamped for you in terms of every file has it. So again, if something is not going smoothly, you have escalation department's direct phone and an email address, and you can contact escalation department within National Closing Center. So this is all you need to do really to successfully start a short sale processing with National Closing Center and RealtyProx. 5 steps. Provide us with basic information, basic documents, which again can be done by uploading, emailing, or faxing, and request a processor. The reason we require you to physically click the button and request a processor, first, so we know that you're ready. Second, we know that you have done these 5 steps. If you try to request processor before you have completed 5 steps, you will get a message, probably something like this: please fix following errors. And it will list for you what kind of documents is missing or what kind of step has been missed. So once you fix those errors, upload documents or select check marks or commissions or whatever is missing, then you can click Request Processor again, and then you shouldn't get these error messages again, and then the request should go through smoothly. So 5 steps: request processor, sit back, relax, and work with your processor. From that point on, you will have a person, live breathing, living person in the company doing short sale processing for you. So this is all I wanted to share with you today. Is just introduce RealtyProx to you, introduce National Closing Center to you. Short sales are definitely not dead yet. Is there less of them? Yes, that is true. If there is less of short sales in every single market, that is not true. Judicial states are still trying to get rid of all that inventory, and there's still a lot of short sales on the East Coast and Midwest. A little bit less in California. Yes, we did see a drop in short sales in the past year and a half or so, but it's still real estate agents that are specializing, that they chose this niche. They're still able to help a lot of homeowners and do short sales. Is there's uncertainty in terms of Debt Forgiveness Act? Yes, there is. Is that impeding potential short sales and opening up doors for more foreclosures? Unfortunately, yes. Hopefully that's going to be resolved soon. But again, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing you can do about it except of maybe call your Congress people and push them to act. But again, the market is getting better, but it's not perfect. There's still plenty of homeowners who bought for a lot, for inflated prices in the middle of the bubble, and even with the market getting better, they're not going to see the property prices return to where they were. So again, short sale people, short sale homeowners, they're the ones that have to sell. Everybody else can still wait. They don't need to list with you today or tomorrow and in a week. They can still wait. They have options. But short sale homeowners who are in this situation, they have to sell, or they're going to have to go to foreclosure. So again, if you are in this niche, if you're not afraid of short sales, and if you're using any kind of marketing system to reach out to these homeowners, such as Lee Hanish's Monster System, it's still a good opportunity. Do short sales have to take all your pipeline, and do you have to rely on short sales? Definitely not. You have to be diversified. But should you say no to short sales and never take a short sale again? That I don't think would be prudent, unless obviously there are exceptions. There are different markets and different work styles. But for a typical real estate agent, especially if you're in Midwest or on the East Coast, working with a few short sales here and there, having 3, 4, 5 short sales in your pipeline at any given moment is a good idea, especially if you are using a system such as RealtyProx and National Closing Center and outsourcing all the processing to somebody else and using that time to market yourself and just do marketing and lead generation. So again, I encourage you to create your free accounts if you don't have one. I encourage you to request some leads so you can get some raw data and get to work and hopefully put Lee Hanish's system to work using our data. I encourage you to attend our Thursday's webinar with Esther Wilson and really look into the platform and see how it can help manage your transactions. And also, if you're on Facebook, just like us on Facebook. RealtyProx and National Closing Center both have Facebook accounts. So spend a second, like us, get access to more information and recorded webinars and tips, and just be part of the conversation. Now is the time for me to look and see if I have any questions today. And this will conclude this webinar soon. All right, so here's a question. What are your charges? Typically, National Closing Center charges $149 per closed transaction. $149 per closed transaction. So if we don't close the file for you, it's free, and we are the last ones to get paid. So we really want to close that file, because otherwise we're not gonna get paid even those measly $149 from you, which is not a lot of money. So typically that's the situation. The rest we are able to get from the lender in one way or another. However, there are some exceptions. So again, it depends on your state. If you're in judicial state and your seller agrees to work with our attorney, that's all it takes, $149 processing fee per closed transaction. If you are in escrow state like California, we tend to do a lot of custom agreements, just because sometimes it's harder to get from the bank and then to get paid from the bank. And then if we really get nothing from the bank, sometimes we would like the realtor to chip in a little bit, depending on, again, it's a custom agreement. So if you have more than one short sale, you should really just give us a call or email, and we'll see what we can do in your specific situation. Again, our goal, what we strive for, is not to charge anybody more than $149 per closed transaction. But if you are in a certain state, in a certain area, and the banks are consistently refusing to pay us a single dollar, then we have to work something out so everybody is happy, the homeowner is happy, you are happy, and we are getting compensated. So again, there's a typical scenario, and there's some exceptions. All right, let me see if I have another question. Yeah, there's a few other questions. How do you compare to Equator? I don't understand. Sorry, there's some typos here, so I'm trying to read. Okay, so the person, pretty much the asker is asking how RealtyProx is different from Equator, and can they interchangeably use one or another? That's a very typical question, so let me just try to answer this the best way I can. Equator is a great system, and it's used by all major banks and players, and it's a system built for the bank. It's working for their side. It's working for the bank, so they can manage their transactions. If you are using National Closing Center, our processors will do all the necessary tasks on Equator as well on RealtyProx. So you don't have to do a double work, and you will get all the credit for doing those short sales on Equator. This is the way it works. RealtyProx is something for a real estate agent. It's a real estate agent centric platform. It's a listing agent centric platform. That's the major difference. It does a lot of other little things for you that Equator doesn't do. But again, they don't compete. They're not in the same category. RealtyProx connects with you with National Closing Center and helps our processors, to be honest with you, keep their sanity. Working without a custom system would be impossible for them to do their job well. So and again, it keeps you from double work. If there's any other platform that needs to be used in terms of banks or forcing it, National Closing Center processors will do all the work, all the data entry, all the phone calls for you. So that's my as brief answer as possible in terms of how RealtyProx compares to Equator, and do they compete, and how does it work? All right, a few more questions. Do you handle skip traces to find spouses? In a reasonable manner, we try, but this is not the defined service that we can provide and guarantee. We make phone calls, we do our best, but again, especially if you are in a different state than our processors are, it's a teamwork. We do our best. We may ask a real estate agent to join us in the effort and do their best. We collect documents from the homeowner and make sure they cooperate, in a sense that if it's a typical transaction and the spouses are not hiding, and again, we do what we humanly can, But if you want me to put this as in writing and answer in legal terms, do we offer the service and do we have people on the ground? No, we don't. We don't have that kind of resources to hire a private investigator and find a spouse. But we have a lot of cases like that, and in many cases you can solve that kind of problems by just phone calls, faxes, emails, cooperation, teamwork. But yeah, sometimes deals do fall apart just because spouses are in a bitter divorce or any other kind of disagreement, and we can't find them and you can't find them, and none of us is going to hire private investigators. So, but most of the time it works out. In California, your base rate is $149, $149 per closed transaction. So again, since I'm myself in California, I know our headquarters are in Chicago, but I'm personally in California, in Los Angeles. So I know that a lot of companies, processing companies, negotiations companies are charging up to 1% here. So our rates are very, very competitive. I know this local market pretty well. So compared to in California prices, compared to 1%, 149, it's man, it's nothing. But that's why, again, in certain areas we do have custom agreements. If we consistently are getting zero from the bank, we have to work something out. But as much as we can, we try not to touch your commissions. And yeah, are there monthly fees? Nope, there are no monthly fees. There's no need for monthly fees here. Nope, the answer is no. Do you work to submit a loan modification first, then flip to a short sale? We do what the homeowner wants to do. And that's, in my humble opinion, your first question when you start talking to a homeowner. Go to the house, or they coming to your office, and you have to put a logical, straightforward question. Dear homeowner, what do you want to do? If as a real estate professional you see that loan modification is completely not feasible, and they're just digging themselves a bigger hole, then it's your job to convince them and to prove to them and be sometimes harsh and straightforward and say loan modification is not going to work for you. I know homeowners have emotional attachment to the house, which is completely understandable. We're human. We raise families. We have kids in the house. However, that's part of a real estate agent's job. You have to be a little bit of psychologist, hopefully not psychiatrist, but you have to be everything. I mean, I personally could not be a real estate agent. It's a tough job. I'm not exactly a people's person. So but it's your job, and again, that's why I encourage you to go to one of our webinars with Lee Hanish. He explained this very well. He's a former banker, so he knows this. So so yeah, you have to ask the homeowner a straightforward question. What do you want to do? Then you have to counter them if you honestly believe that they're misled. But if they're still clinging on a medical loan modification, then you have to leave them alone for a while, and they will probably come back as a short sale later. But do we do loan modifications? No. We used to do about 4 years ago. We don't do loan modifications first. What we do see is that a lot of, I would say, majority of loan modifications come back to as a short sale sooner or later. So that's my answer. Let me see. I don't see any other questions. So if you have any other questions, please type them in. If not, just send them to info@realtyprox.com, info@realtyprox.com, and I will personally answer them, or have somebody who is more knowledgeable than me to answer them. For a gentleman who who asked about a couple of questions in a row, David, um, we'll be in touch with you in terms of whatever you have for us. Thank you very much for your offer and for hopefully we're going to be working with you soon. Does he, meaning Lee Hanish, offer appointment setting? Yes, he does. So look him up and get our next webinar next Tuesday. He does. They have call center. They do appointment setting, all 9 yards. So again, we're not affiliated with him. We're not getting paid a single dollar, nor are we paying him a single dollar. It's just I know him for quite a few years. Our business models work together very well because we do processing and he teaches agents. Or, I hate the word teaches as if real estate agents are stupid, but they're not. But he just shares his system with them, and so which happens to include appointment setting and other services and packages, whatever. So it's a completely separate system, and I don't even want to explain it. I want Lee to explain it to you, but just make sure you get on a webinar. Trust me, this is going to be a lot more fun than listening to me doing a just general overview of RealtyProx. One more question here: what is the average approval turnaround on short sales? These days, 45 to 90 days. It's short sales are pretty easy these days, really. So and again, we've seen it all. We've seen many mortgages, spouses who don't talk to each other. So we're not put off by any of those circumstances. So the average is 45 to 90 days. Anything over 90 days, it's there's something irregular. There's something wrong with that file, and either our escalation department has to get involved, or the property is not priced right. Normally there's something wrong with that file. We expect our files to close in or to get approved rather in under 90 days. Closing is kind of out of our hands. We try to act as transaction coordinators as much as we can, but we can't always. So sometimes we get approvals and files still don't close, but that's out of our sort of jurisdiction. Because closing itself, it's not up to us. Our work is to get approvals. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with us. It's been definitely over 30 minutes. We say our webinars is an hour, but I try to keep it 30 minutes plus because I know how busy you are, and I try to limit myself to 35 minutes or so. But I had quite a few questions and a nice room today. So again, thanks for sticking around. Send us your questions if you have them. Give us a shot, and thanks again. And this concludes this webinar. I will see you in 2 weeks. And check Lee Hanish out. Go to realtyprox.com/webinars and register for his webinar next week. Thanks again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.